We finally had the vote on background checks in the Senate. As you know, it failed. But now, in the wake of that, we're trying to assess what possible damage or benefit it could have for individual senators' careers. We know that Kelly Ayotte's numbers dropped. Now we have some info on Senator Pat Toomey. Now, he is a Republican, but he did vote in favor of the background checks. To put it in perspective, here are his numbers according to the Quinnipiac poll back in March before the vote. He was at 43% positive to 32% negative, so a net positive, but not overwhelmingly so. Quinnipiac has run numbers since the background check vote, and let's look at that. He goes up to 48% to 30%. So this is a 5-point gain for him in just a month. It's the highest approval rating he's ever had, and it seems clear that this was influenced by the background checks.
Look, let's compare it to Kelly Ayotte. So these are both Republicans, both in bluish states, right? Mm-hmm. Kelly Ayotte says, no, New Hampshire loves guns, and yeah, my ass. You love guns because of the check you get from the NRA, et cetera, and how it works. And so she votes against the background checks, which had, according to one local poll in New Hampshire, 90% approval rating within her state, right? So her numbers went from 48-35 positive, which is really nice, right? To down to 44-46 negative. So she lost 15 points for voting against this, and the main thing that happened in the meanwhile was a gun vote, okay? She hasn't done anything spectacular between October and April otherwise, other than agree with John McCain. Although on this one, John McCain was on the other side. Mm-hmm. So now Toomey, on the other hand, Republican from Pennsylvania, bluish state, and it goes the other way. He's the one who championed it. He was the co-sponsor of the background bill with Manchin, who's a Democrat, and his numbers go up. That's pretty freaking solid evidence, man. And if you're a U.S. Senator, you're looking at this, you're thinking, I mean, I need those checks, and I don't want the NRA to run a primary against me, and I don't want, et cetera, et cetera. But I'll tell you what, I might be getting my ass kicked in here,
Really fast. So they get the checks from the NRA. Here's what the NRA checks won't buy: 5 extra points in public opinion polls.
Well,
no, they're not going to raise you that much.
But they kind of do. Here's how it works. Just real quick on that. So they use the money, of course, to run ads, and the ads improve their ratings. Mm-hmm. Generally how it works. But more important than that, the NRA can spend money against you. Yeah, and if they fund a primary opponent, well, that primary opponent is going to hammer you. One might take you down within the primary by being more right-wing, and even if he doesn't, he's going to drain all of your resources fighting against them, so you're going to have to spend tens of millions within a primary. So that one vote could cost you tens of millions of dollars if they fund a primary opponent. That's what they're so scared of. On the other hand, if you lose so much popularity as Kelly Ayotte did, well, then it might all be irrelevant because you might be sent home by the general voters anyway. Yeah.